Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Kwadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai to return. Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of this video is a part of a quote which is mentioned here in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Now, the word wise, when you look it up, it means to see. To see is a phrase for the word, which is also a definition for the word understand. So a wise man is a man of understanding. And somebody who is of understanding in his truth is going to be angry at the wickedness that is going on the planet. Okay, there's a bunch of fruitcakes walking around, lesbians walking around, child molesters walking around, people popping animals walking around. You know, there's people getting tattoos, people smoking, getting edge ups. There's people committing murder, people sacrificing their mothers and their fathers and their children just for fame and riches. And here it is, you got this whole pedophile ring amongst Pizzagate going on. Oh, they want everybody to forget about that. Meanwhile, we go out to teach the Bible, and here come these devils with their BS, talking about some black Hebrew Israelites on some garbage mainstream media. And all we're doing is just bringing out the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Meanwhile, you got all these senates and these congressmen. You got all these Republicans and these Democrats popping little kids behind closed doors. They don't never get demonized. Faces are more smoother. Here it is. You a man. You a so-called Edomite white man working for the Senate or the Congress. You got your glasses, you got your big nose, and your face is more smoother than the back of a baby's ass. But here it is, we're being demonized on the news. We ain't got nothing. But somehow we're public enemy number one when America's going around bombing these other nations. They're over here blowing up hospitals. And then they want to turn around and lie when the blame gets put on them. Hold on real quick. Let me get that because, you know, Jake over here losing jobs left and right, but somehow we're the bad guys, right? Joy. This kingdom is utter madness, man. The reason why 2/3 of our people are not angry with the oppression in this society is because really they have a slave mentality. Like the saying goes, if you have a slave and you constantly have him working and working and working, eventually he's just going to be used to it, man. Jake is used to oppression. Okay, the 2/3 of our people, you're used to being slaves. That's why you're okay with getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go flip some cheeseburgers and roll pizza dough on your finger. You're okay with that lifestyle because you're used to being a slave to Mr. Whitey over here. Job 20 verse 5, the triumphing of the wicked is short. You know what, let me read verse 4. Job chapter 20 verse 4, knowest thou not this of old? since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Yeah, the biggest hypocrites on this planet is the so-called white man, starting with the so-called elites. They're the biggest hypocrites. You know what a hypocrite is? A hypocrite is an actor. Okay? You cave beasts love, you love, no, pretending like you're the most innocent people on this planet as if you've done nothing wrong. But here it is, you're spraying chemicals in our neighborhoods every day. Somebody walk outside and they wonder why their nose is always running. Why is it that you always got a runny nose when you go outside? Because of the chemicals that's going inside your body. And whatever harmful toxins that is inside your body, your nose is rejecting it. That's why your nose is runny. That's why you have a snotty nose. Because your body is rejecting those chemicals that are spraying in the air. And you jakes don't realize it, man. The Illuminati, through the US government, have been trying to kill you for the longest. These genetically modified foods, it's poison. When you eat food, you're not supposed to fall asleep. You're not supposed to feel you're not supposed to feel lethargic. Lethargic. Damn bastard language. It's hard pronouncing some of these words, man. You start feeling all tired and stuff. You're not supposed to feel like that. Food is supposed to energize you and give you strength. But here it is, you eat an apple and some beef ribs, and all of a sudden you start feeling like you need to lay down and go to sleep. That ain't normal, man. There's obviously something, because poison makes you tired when you take it in. Okay? Like myristicin, which is a poisonous chemical found in nutmeg. Okay? You take too much nutmeg, what happens? You fall asleep. You start to feel lethargic, you fall asleep, and you wake up and you start hallucinating, man. Except they did it differently with these foods. They made it to where there's a certain level of poison in all this food, and when you consume a certain amount of it, you start getting tired as if you're consuming myristicin. Myristicin. So the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, man. And a gift destroyeth the heart. Oh yeah, but let me get back in there. Okay, Ecclesiastes 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. And let's look up this word mad here. Just real quick. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. Halal. Okay. To make a fool of. To act madly. So this is the definition of mad right here from google.com. And it says very angry. So surely oppression maketh a wise man very angry. Okay? And when you look all around you in this society, just about everything you see around you will piss you off, in other words. You look at vehicles, you get angry. Why? Because the vehicles are polluting the air. Polluting the very air you gotta breathe. You look at certain jets flying through the air spraying chemtrails, you get angry. because you know they're doing that intentionally, especially over Israelite neighborhoods, which are the so-called Black, Latino, Native Indians, the true Israelite neighborhoods, or the true Israelites. They're spraying these chemicals over their neighborhoods because their main intention is to kill us off, man. You know, you wake up in the morning, you look at your clock, it's at 7:45. You didn't really get that much sleep last night because there's constantly noise in your neighborhood. And when you finally get a little bit of quiet, you start hearing these weird little ringing noises inside your head. And you're like, what is this? So now it might be like another 30, 45 minutes before you lay down. You're just staring up at a black ceiling waiting to go to sleep. And when you finally go to sleep, you wake up at 7:45 and you realize you only had 3 to 4 hours of sleep. And guess what? You got to go to work being that tired. So I mean, I'm over here looking at Jake like how you not angry at what these devils are doing? They're over here trying to kill you. What, you don't mind the government spraying barium and mercury and estrogen and aluminum and arsenic up in the air above you? You don't mind them putting microcosmic shrimp in your water? You don't mind them putting fluoride in your water? Chlorine in, don't you know chlorine is harmful for your body? They put chlorine in water. And not to mention, your water is coming out of a faucet made from Teflon. And there's an acronym for that, PFOA, which is the acronym for perfluorooctanic acid, which is a chemical known for causing diabetes, osteoporosis, which is a bone deteriorating disease. It's known for causing autism. Your kid is drinking too much of this water, and you wonder why when you tell him to stop doing something, he turns around and you wonder why. Because you keep giving him this tap water, man. Shit is dangerous. Like eggs. Hey man, look, hey man. Oh well, hey, that's what you get, man, for not taking heed. So hey, when your kid come out talking about some I like eggs, hey, we've been warning y'all for the longest, man. Look, this devil been trying to oppress our nation through the water, the air, even the walls. Even the walls in your own house is dangerous. They give off harmful fumes. The sidewalks you walk on, the streets you walk on. We're being oppressed from all sides, man. And now they're talking about a vaccine. Okay, this is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, verse 19. As the wild ass is in the lion's prey in the wilderness. Now, what happens if a lion sees a donkey in the wilderness and is hungry? What do you think is going to happen? He's going to kill that donkey and eat it. Okay? So our people, especially being led by these false Israelite groups, they're being led to the lion. Now, I got another quick precept real quick. Let me get this real quick because the scriptures say that your adversary, the devil, is as a roaring lion seeking whom he may devour. Bible. Be sober, be vigilant, because There you go, your adversary, the devil. Who's our main adversary on this planet? The so-called white man, okay? That's who the devil is talking about. When you look up the word devil, it goes back to the Greek word diabolos, which means pertaining to a man by whom opposing the will of Yahweh or Yahweh. Okay, so you can better understand. It also means deceiver. A devil is also a deceiver. Somebody who just loved telling lies, man. That's how this devil gets the majority of the world's population through their mainstream media. They have these pretenders, these actors, read from a teleprompter on the mic while they're speaking to the camera, man. And a lot of you people out there, you watch your mainstream media and you think that this person behind a fancy suit is everything they're telling you is true, man. No, they're reading from a teleprompter, man. Everything is pre-scripted what they're reading. You people don't do no research, man. You just turn on the news, you're sitting on your couch, you got on your white beater, your arms is hairy as hell, you dressed in your boxers, you grab your remote control sitting to the left side on your couch, you turn on the TV and you just watch the news and that's it. Oh yeah, the black Hebrew Israelites, yeah, a guy with a machete. Yeah, I'm glad he behind bars. Cause you people are lazy, man. You don't like to research. You don't look into nothing. You just take everything for face value, man. And people like y'all are going to be on the blue list when the so-called elites make their move to attempt to establish the new world order, because they're going to have a blue list, a yellow list, and a red list. And those who knows what's going on are on the red list to be exterminated from off the planet. But those who are simple little cattle, who want to just turn on the TV and believe everything the mainstream media is saying without even questioning them, you on the blue list. They're going to put you in a concentration camp. They're going to pat you on the back. Like, there you go, Bob. Be a good boy and just watch this 2-hour long video. Oh, okay. All I got to do is watch a 2-hour video. As soon as I watch a 2-hour video, I can go back to my mommy, right? Yeah, of course you can, Bob. Just watch this 2-hour video. It's going to tell you how to live in the new world to come. So yeah, a lot of you people is going to be taken by this new world order. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil is as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Okay, so if you ain't got this truth, man, well, first off, you have to be of the elect, because you can have this truth, but if you're not of the elect, then what good would this truth avail you? This truth is really for the elect, if you think about it. Okay? So, Lord's will, if you're of the elect, man, this will be a good scripture to take heed to, because hey, the 2/3 of our people out there, they're going to become a part of that prey that's going to be devoured, man. Because they're not being vigilant. Yahweh said, watch as well as pray. Our people are not watching and they're not praying. They're still worried about Christmas. You got a grown ass black dude. He's 6 foot. He ain't got no hair. He got a smooth face talking about some, oh man, I wanted to show my mom these red stockings I was going to wear for Christmas. Well, hey, I don't know what to tell you, man, except you're through, okay? You're done, okay? Hey, someone get her done, man. You're done. Our people are finished, man. You over here worried about Christmas. Meanwhile, they're getting ready to send medical martial law troops to your neighborhood, man. Don't make no sense. Okay, back in Sirach, chapter 13, verse 19. As the wild ass and the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. Yeah, the rich. Who's the rich? It's talking about the super rich, the so-called elites, the banking elite families. We're constantly being eaten up by them. That's an oppression. You know, they suck up everything out of our neighborhoods, and then they leave us with nothing but garbage leftovers. The scriptures say they're not in trouble as other men. You know, they're constantly taxing us. We got to pay bills. There's a lot of these rich Edomite so-called white people. They don't pay rent. You think they paying rent out there, man? They got all this money, and if they do pay rent, you better best believe their rent is dirt cheap compared to a Jake who's rich in this society. You better best believe he's forking out huge amounts of money on his rent. That's why a lot of these niggas who get rich, they end up going broke quickly because their rent and their bills is high. They're paying so much money to keep their vehicles and their phones maintenance. They're spending the money on BS like jewelry, which there's nothing wrong with buying jewelry, but come on, man. You're spending $300,000 on jewelry. What a waste. You rich with no wisdom, man. That's like a physical jewel in the snout of a pig. Okay? But these Edomites, if you notice, they be rich, man. Okay? They living in these rich mansions. Their rent is dirt cheap. Or some of them don't even have to pay rent. They got like 3, 4 butlers, and you better best believe most of those butlers are Israelites, so-called Black, Latino, and Native Indians. They're slaves who are programmed like robots to keep the mansion clean. And guess what? If they don't do a good job, they get fired by their master. Okay? So hey, a lot of you Jakes out there, a lot of you Israelites that are out there working, guess where your money is going at? Some of y'all go to these restaurants, you take your money, you put it inside of the donation box. Guess where that money is going to? That money is going to the rich. You're helping them out. That's why I never donate money. The money you donate, okay, your tax dollars being taken out, that's most of it is going to the rich. A little of it is going towards the government to redistribute back out to the public, such as Section 8, food stamps, such and such. Okay, they're taking huge amount of monies out of our checks, man. The scriptures say, "He that earneth wages in a bag with holes." You over here standing on your feet. Some of us got to work for 10 hours. When I first started working at the casino, I was working for 10 to 11 hours a day just to make ends meet. That's damn near half the day. That's almost 12 hours. You know? You know, the brother Yashawan that live in his house. Okay? He had to work all day today. So how the hell you an Israelite, a so-called Black, Latino, or Native Indian in this society, and you're not angry at the oppression that is going on here? Well, I'm gonna make this my closing. I'm about to make this because the time is coming. Oh, well, actually, there's another one I want to bring up before I close it up. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in all the land, save the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third part shall be left therein. Okay? So 2/3 of our people are going to be put to death in the future. Amos chapter 9, verse 11. I did not mean to do that. Slakia. Okay, well, Amos chapter 9, verse 11. No, Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. The reason why you niggas got it easy in this society is because really you don't believe evil is going to come upon you. You don't even see this CD-19 vaccine as some kind of evil. You don't even see vaccine as some kind of evil because you got it easy in this society. You don't see a threat when the threat is right in your face. Dang, you guys are blind. How do you not see how dangerous this injection is? You still okay with getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning though. People still getting shot down in the streets. They're still spraying chemicals in your neighborhood. They're still putting lead in your water. But you're not being oppressed. And that's why it's going to be easy work for the so-called white man to turn the majority of you niggas out there into cyborgs. The perfect slave for the New World Order. This is the book of Amos, chapter 6, verse 1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion. The word woe goes back to the Hebrew word ibadyum, okay? Which means destruction. So destruction to them that are at ease in Zion. Zion is talking about Israel, man. And trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came. So you jakes out there that have it easy in this society, you don't feel like you're being oppressed, man? Hey, man, the Lord is going to judge you. Don't make no sense, man. It's about to be the year 2021, and you a grown dude crying over Christmas, man. Some of you grown dudes out there still believe in Santa Claus, man. How you 35 years old still believing in Santa Claus? The book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 25. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Okay, so you Jakes out there, you Israelites that have found your life in this kingdom, you're gonna lose it, man. Okay, you're gonna be casted out of your house, like it tells you in 2nd Esdras 16, verse 71, as prophesied, and they're gonna put you in a concentration camp, and you're gonna be wondering if your goodies are being taken out of your house. You're gonna be wondering what's happening to your children because they're gonna be separating people from their families in that day. There's going to be all kind of things going through your head in that day. Why? Because you did not want to take heed to the prophets and servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. 2 Peter 3 verse 13. Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and a new earth. A new heaven and a new earth where there is no oppression, where there is no chemicals being sprayed in the air every day. A new heavens and a new earth where there ain't no vehicles driving up and down your roads in your neighborhoods, polluting your air, buses and all that stuff. A new heaven and a new earth where the fishes and the sea creatures that are lawful to eat, according to Leviticus, the 11th chapter, are not tainted with harmful metals, plastic, nuclear radiation. A new heaven and a new earth where there ain't no more factories, no more fracking, no more unjust killings, no more wickedness, no more having to go to work. A new heaven and a new earth where the woman is in order. She's back in her righteous order. You don't have to worry about your kids being gunned down. A new heaven and a new earth where you can just wake up and go wherever you want to go, to different planets, to different universes. A new heaven and a new earth where there's not a time limit to when you can hang out with your family. You can hang out with your family all day, every day. A new heaven and a new earth where we are no longer the servants under this man, but the Edomites, the so-called white man. They're going to be our slaves in the kingdom of heaven, and as well as the other nations. The Arabs, the Chinese and Japanese, the Africans, they're not exempt. They're going to be our slaves too. The Hawaiians, they're going to be our slaves too. The East Indians, okay, the fake Jews in the land of Israel who descend from Amalek. Amalek is a descendant of Esau, okay? Amalek is a descendant of Esau. It's a descendant of Esau. Guess what? They're going to be our slaves too. The Africans, they're going to be our slaves too. So look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So Lord's will, this video was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Is on to the next one. Shalom.